First of all, left hand limit, right hand limit concept. Already explained too much. I want to give a little example regarding it. For example, this is some function. Function can be anything. You already know the definition of a function. If you will substitute the value of x, yes, if you are considering the value of x in form of, okay, and here you are getting f of x, okay, this one again x, but remember this one is the left hand side and this one is the right hand side. Left hand side is a negative, right hand side is a positive. Are you getting my point? Yes. Real line axis. For example, this is the sum, okay, this one plus value 1, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2. So, are you getting what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
So, if you will substitute here, the value of x here, negative, for example, if we are considering negative 1, negative, okay, kind of 6, 4, you will get an answer in form of once you will substitute x, okay, minus 1 here, of course numerator and denominator in the sign of x, you will get an answer 8, 4, 1, 4, 7. Similarly, you will get 0.89670. You may will get 0.94107. So you may will get 0.97355. Okay, if you will substitute the positive value of x, for example 1, 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, again you will get the same values. Exact same values. Are you getting my point? So the concept of limit exists, does not exist, okay, either you are substituting the negative axis or the positive axis, you will get the same result. Once you will get the same result, then you can say hence limit proved or the limit exists. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
This is the first concept. Second concept about the difference. I may well ask a question in exam. Difference between slope of secant line and slope of tangent line. You should know about this. If I am talking about the secant line, mean it's kind of an average
rate of change.
Brilliant. If I am talking the information at an instant, you are applying the limit approaches to 0, delta x approaches to 0, then it will become a derivative. Okay? Then it's, okay, let me, for example, there are 2 points P, there is some point Q. Suppose point P is fixed and it is kind of a origin x naught, y naught, and this is somehow changes along the x-axis, delta x, and similar some changes along y-axis, delta y. So you will get new point at this point, delta x, y naught plus delta y. Are you getting my point? Yeah, of course, this is somehow this one. Now, if you are talking about the slope of secant line, okay, slope of secant line, my children, it can be expressed PQ, kind of a line. Are you getting my point? Yes. No, you did not get. Okay, from this point, okay, this is some complete line. This is slope, okay? Normal slope, we say average kind of thing, okay? So this is known as secant, slope of secant line. Slope of
Secant line.
because this is line, okay? P, Q, this bar, this represents kind of a line. If we shift this Q here, okay, here, somewhere here, and once P exactly equivalent to Q at the same point, then limit approaches to 0, delta x approaches to 0. So in this situation, okay, you rise our run, limit delta x approaches to 0, it will becomes dy over dx, small increment. This little, okay, d represents small change, small increments. Big delta, this represents big change. This represents small increment, small change, small addition. Are you getting my point? So this small change, means change at an instant, is known as equation of tangent, slope of tangent line. Both are slope. This one is a big line, okay, from this point to this point. This represents secant, slope of secant line. If we are talking just about this point, only this point, then it will say slope of a tangent line. Only one point. Is it clear, please?
Yes, sir.
No, not clear? Okay. See, you are moving from, okay, this point P to Q. There is maybe some kind of a Pythagoras theorem. Your total distance, total change, okay? If you are talking about the shortest distance, you are applying Pythagoras theorem. Then, of course, you will get some distance P to Q, net change, okay? Kind of a slope, incline. This is known as a secant, slope of secant line. Slope of secant line. And as I also told you, that is a P, Q represents some kind of a line, bar. Okay? If I am talking about only one point, okay, I will, if I say this, then it will wrong. 1 point can, okay, as I told you that P, okay, is a fixed, Q will move towards P, and then P and Q both at the same position. Now Q similarly P at the same position. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Then it becomes a 1 point. So then it is known as slope of tangent line. Once it will happen, once your delta x approaches, okay, approaches to 0, means there will no change here. Delta x almost there in start. Delta x almost in start. No change in delta x. Is it okay? If no change in delta x, of course, no change in delta y also. Okay? At the same point, initial point. We can also consider somewhere in the middle, but in this situation also I'll explain somehow later. Is it clear to everyone, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So you should know the difference between the. Yes, please.
Why do you need second line?
Second line? Yeah, just I want to explain the difference between, if we sometimes we say normal, okay, average kind of slope, okay. So slope is what? Slope is telling us some. Usually you also notice somewhere we say dy or dx. What is this? This is slope of tangent line. Sometimes you can also say tan theta. Is it okay? So information at an instant. But we usually know slope is what? Slope, rise our run, and you can also notice this one. So what is this? What you will say? Slope. This slope will say slope of secant line. Okay?
If we have, for example, the slope, can we just have a tangent line?
Yeah, then if basically this is the small change, small increment.
Small increment in what?
A small increment in what?
X-axis.
Okay, I'll explain it. Okay, please, it's my promise. If I will not explain, I will suicide from third class. Just allow me to, because time is short, so sometimes we need to proceed with it. Okay. Okay, one thing more, please, about this. Okay, So if we are talking about the intercept value, for example, we are considering some equation y naught, okay, here some slope we are mentioning, and x minus x naught. If we are talking about the slope y-intercept, find y-intercept, what you will do, please? You will consider x
As 0.
0.
Yes.
You will consider x equivalent to 0. If I am asking, this means that this will be equivalent to 0. If I am asking, find x intercept, yeah, in this situation, this will be equivalent to 0. Remember, okay?
Yes.
In any way you can go.
Okay.
Thank you. This, okay, once some change, this, okay, notion developed by Newton. The later, okay, this one, yeah, thank you so much, Leibniz. Okay, they are somewhere it's okay, PO, but you should go through the textbook, whatever. This is not important, but somehow. Anyhow, the main point here, today, main point. Noor, this is just for you. So, there is some function. Okay, you want to get the derivative of this. Okay, someone please tell me, what's the answer?
Nx n minus 1 e power n.
You applied some kind of a power rule, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how it happened?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
How?
By using power rule of
Do you know what's the theme behind it?
No,
What's
sir.
it?
thing.
Okay.
यार proof उसका.
Suppose we have some function, okay, kind of xn. If we are applying some here like this, okay, if I am talking some, okay, change, of course, there should be some value, and for some value, I should consider that maybe if I am going to delta x, change, okay, of course, will we go like this, change. Do you know what I did?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Slope
this
of
some, suppose this one is the
Change
original
it.
point.
Yes.
Change. Okay? Change inside of x. I think, yes.
x plus x naught
Yes.
power n.
Yes. X plus delta change here. Okay? So this one represents delta f. Is it okay, please?
Yes, sir.
If we want to write this in form of a rise-over run, we can express delta f, okay, delta x. This is our y2, okay, this one is the y1. So x plus delta x n minus x n. Is it okay? What I did? No? Delta f, our delta x, are you can y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. If I in form of function, you can express, okay, f2 minus f1. This will remain same, that is the delta x. Is it okay?
Okay.
Is it okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Noor?
Yes, sir.
No, not happy? Not clear? Okay, my child, you see, this one is somehow Okay. Yes, there is. Yes, you are right. That's why the thing. Now is it okay? Now is it okay? Because this one is the y1, this one is the y2, and you are considering this one y2 minus y. What is this one is the function of this one? Okay, y f1 y. Okay, y2 f2. Is it okay? No. Now is it clear? Everybody. Okay. So my children, this is the thing, and we determine some kind of a slope of secant line. Yes, please.
सर आपने del x के नीचे del x लिखा और डिवाइड किया, लेकिन आपने जो आगे इक्वेशन लिखी है उसमें del x डिवाइड
अभी
किया।
लिखेंगे।
Yes, if someone will allow me to do. Thank you so much, my daughter. Only and only in this class you are savior of me. Okay. Thank you. Now is it clear, please? Yeah. This is some kind of slope of secant line. Slope of
Secant line.
So, for getting the slope of tangent line information at an instance, what you will do? You need to apply limit approaches to 0. So, delta x, limit delta x approaches to 0. But here, of course, same you will apply delta x approaches to 0. But I want to expand this function, this one. Here, this one is the somehow x plus delta x, and okay, here, for example, this one is the 2, 1. This one is the 2, 2, 2. This one is the 2 power n means 2, 2, 2, so 2n. If I am talking x plus delta x, and we can write x plus delta x, x plus delta x, x plus delta x, like too many factors. Are you getting my point? Yes. Factors. In the previous equation I mentioned that if you can write here, okay, not here like this. So too many factors of n number of factors of n. Okay, here for example in the 2 you can write, for n you can write too many. So, and this is what? This is basically represented some kind of a binomial. Theorem. Okay, my children, if we multiply this first x with all the x, then what we will get? We will xn. Are you getting my point? Yes. Like in previous case, I told you the 2 multiply with 2, 2, 2, and so similarly, in the next step, you will get n. Okay, further x 1. Okay, 1 will be less, n minus 1 delta x. Are you getting my point? So, no, you did not get it? Yeah, here, if you multiply x, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
If you multiply this x with, okay, delta x, of course, there will n number, n factor, okay, n times you will get this one. Basically 1, 2, 3, how many n? But you are okay, you are not considering this. 1 is the less from n, so this one. Okay, once you will multiply, you can understand this. It's not a big deal. Okay, as I told you, follow the same thing. This one, please. So, my children, okay, if we proceed, if I substitute this value, of course, there are too many values. And these too many values, if we substitute there, this one, okay, let me substitute the value of please, I need your kind attention, okay, very tricky and very simple thing. xn plus n xn minus 1 delta x plus 2 many, okay, similar values, and here minus xn. This one, last one. Yes. and in the denominator delta x. My children, what will happen? This will be cancelled out with the first one.
Yes, sir.
And in the next step,
Common.
you will get nxn minus 1 delta x plus there are too many
Yes, sir.
junk values.
And delta x.
Junk values mean small values. Mean small values are in your intermediate level or where level you studied that negligible values.
Yes,
Okay? So
Common.
you can
Commonly नहीं delta x.
limit delta x approaches to 0, this delta f, delta x, you will get limit delta x approaches to 0. So n x, n minus 1 delta x divided by delta x plus junk value.
Delta x common, they cancel.
Okay, same limit delta x approaches to 0.
Yes, sir.
And what will happen here? Here you will cancel out
Delta.
this and the other next n x n minus 1 plus 0.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what is this?
Yes, sir.
This tell us some particular information. This tell us some particular information. The concept of this is not here, not here, not here. Don't be cheeky, okay?
कहते not here. Don't be careful. कहते not here. देखो पढ़ा ऐसे क्या? हम students.
Yes, please. Yes, Sama. Just little, please. So, while the Air Force is using the radar, and in this radar they are applying the derivative to notice the information at an instant of the some particular information of the enemy aircraft, they are not bothering the birds, they are considering the birds are negligible things, and junk values, they are focusing only and only the aircraft. This is the concept of derivative. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So you can understand, and sometime in the reverse, okay, vice versa, what will happen?
We consider the person like that. Consider the brain and
Sometimes
vice versa.
bird shooter, okay, at the moment of Eid al-Hazas, at the moment of slaughtering Eid, okay, so bird shooter will ask to shoot the birds, not the
Plane.
aircraft. So reverse, okay, reverse engineering is
Also
applied here.
consider-
So negligible values are important, main values are
Not important.
not important, to not bother it. This is the concept of what? Derivative.
Derivative.
Is it clear now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, please. Osama. Yes, please. Yes. Sorry, please.
I didn't get the second concept.
Second concept? Okay. So in the previous case,
No. Did I know?
my child, see, there are junk values, too many values. Am I right? We consider these too many values are 0. Okay, mean not 0. Intentionally, we said that negligible values. Too much small. Okay, but sometimes we need to localize, we need to observe the small values instead of the bigger one. So we will not bother this one, but we will observe these values in a very detail in order to shoot the birds, kind of the opposite reverse. So in that case, we will not consider them the 0, so we will consider the negligible values, okay, reverse. So these negligible values which we suppose equivalent to 0, but sometimes are also very much important.
Yes, sir.
Not always the 0. So the concept if delta x approaches to 0 does not mean that the exactly 0.
Yes.
There are some things. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So this is the concept of the second picture. I show on the moment of Eid al-Adha, at the moment slaughtering the animals, so many birds are okay disturbing the aircrafts, fighter aircrafts are near the air force bases, or maybe the passenger aircraft. So in this situation, air force or the safety measurement agency asked the bird shooter to kill the birds. Okay, So with the help of even in the, not here in Pakistan, but in the some developed countries, radar also observe the birds in the air, okay, for shooting purpose. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
With the automatic air gun. Is it okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Sir, here, can we use this technique? Like, I don't know what is the name of it in English. But,
Alphabetical rule?
Yeah, binomial theorem?
I think, I don't know. I think yes.
Yeah, yes, you can apply.
But
First principle.
x plus delta x over
Mhm.
right?
Minus alpha.
Yes.
We can make this as a
Yeah, you can make this right
Here.
here. And you need to right here. Yes, please.
x while we have x
Mhm.
plus delta x y, right? We have this rule with x to the power of n plus
Mhm.
n multiply x plus, no, not plus, sorry. N multiply x delta x plus delta x power of n
Mhm.
over delta x, and we had 1 minus x to the power n, right?
Mhm.
So we can neglect.
No.
Cancel these two.
Okay,
We
okay.
can add in the formula.
Oh, okay, okay.
And we have two, we have binum here, which is n multiply x delta x plus delta x to the power of n over delta x. So n multiply x multiply delta x over delta x plus delta x over n delta x, right?
Mhm.
Delta x or delta x, it will become nx.
Yes.
Nx plus what?
Dx.
Delta x power. Yeah, we can cancel this. Delta x power of n minus 1.
No, from where you get this x and minus? So you are a little bit okay. You need to study. Actually, this actually there is something wrong at this moment. Yeah,
So,
you know not.
I was actually
Yes,
saying that we have this concept.
Yes.
Suppose this.
Yes.
Suppose this. Why? How we can grow this one? We can say expand this one a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this is the same as this one. So
Yeah.
when
Oh, if you are this one equal to 2, then this is perfect. Okay.
yeah, generally we can write.
Generally, you can write this. But there are n numbers, then this becomes complicated. Yeah, this is something then will become complicated.
There is something missing, which is n
Yes.
x to the power of yeah. This power should be determined. N minus 1, n minus 1.
Now I think there at this point, because if there is x n, there should be one less than
N minus 1.
n minus.
Yes.
That is well okay.
That's it.
Okay, clapping for Osama. Very well done. Okay. So actually sometimes to retrieve the wonderful ideas, it may be difficult, okay?
Yes,
but
sir.
I really appreciate Osama, okay, Noor, everyone of this class, sometimes science playing a wonderful role, many of you, okay? But there is something you should wake up. Once you are sitting in a class, you should sit with some energy. Try to understand the things. Okay, question please. Okay, one last thing. For example, there is x3 and you want to, okay, derivative of this. What should be the derivative?
3x square.
3x square.
Here.
Okay, here, please. I need your kind attention. X cube means what? Volume. Volume. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Volume of box whatsoever, where all the dimension, length, width, height are same.
Same.
Volume. So x square kind of a only square, one side. Okay, but 3x square represent what?